At sinabi ng Panginoong Diyos, hindi mabuti na ang lalaki ay mag-isa. Siya'y ilalalak ko ng isang katulong niya. So, the solution was not the other animal. Alam naman natin ang creation, no? Ang history ng creation. No? Nung lumapit kay Adan yung mga hayop, pinangalanan niya ito, napansin ng Diyos na it is not good for him to be alone. So, hindi ginawa ng Diyos si Adan ng panibagong kind of animal, kundi ang ginawa ng Diyos ay God created a woman. Yun yung sinasabing helper fit for him. So, marriage therefore originates in God's design. Okay? So, man and woman were both created in God's images. So, nagsisimula tayo bago yung kasalanan na kanilang nagawa. So, man and woman were both created in God's image. Sa Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 to 27, ganito po ang ating mababasa. So, then God said, let us make man in our image, our likeness, and let them, notice the word, let them, not let a male have the dominion, or let the female have the dominion. But he said, let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over every creeping things that creeps on the earth. No? Have dominion over all creatures. 27, so God created man in His own image. In the image of God, He created him, male and female, He created them. So makikita natin dyan, both man and woman possess image of God. Walang mas superior. Hindi sinabi dyan na man is more human than the male is more human than female. Hindi ganon, kundi parehas silang binigyan ng Diyos nung sila nilikha ay nagtataglay ng image and likeness of God. At parehas silang binigyan ng dominion, responsibilidad, or purpose sa sanlibutan ito. So, this establishes something fundamental that woman is not less human than a man, or the female is not less than, or is not less than the male. So they both bear God's image, they both possess human dignity, both are valuable before God, both are accountable to God, and both participate in God's purposes. Parehas silang binigyan ng kapangyarihan, dominion, and responsibility dito sa mga nilikha ng Diyos na ating nabasa. God gave both of them a mission na atin na binasa kanina. Sa Genesis chapter 1 verse 28, God blessed them. Hindi lang yung lalaki o hindi lang yung babae, kundi God blessed them. And God said to them, be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth and subdue it. And have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over every living thing that moves on the earth. Malinaw po. God both bless them, and God both give them the mission or responsibility, dominion over all creatures. Sabi dito sa Genesis chapter 1:20. No? Ano pa po? Diyan po nilinaw that God says them, not one of them. So the command is to be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, subdue it, and exercise dominion over the creatures. So all this commandment was given to both man and woman. So pinapakita natin na walang tinatangi ang Diyos. Wala siyang binibigyan pabor. Isa doon sa dalawan niyang nilikha. So let's discuss what does helper mean. Na maaaring magkaroon kasi ng misinterpretation na pag sinabing helper o katulong. Ito ba'y pagiging subordinate or pagiging inferior being than a male? So, kaya linawin natin, what does helper mean? Ano ba yung pagiging helper o suitable for him? So, nabasa natin sa chapter 2 verse 18. Ang sabi, it is not good that the man should be alone, and I will make you a helper fit for him. So, in Hebrew expression or in Hebrew word, the helper is translated as Ezer Kenegdo. Yan sa Hebrew expression. Yan po ay Ezer Kenegdo. Ezer means the helper, tulong. But interestingly, mga kapatid, in the Old Testament, that word, the Ezer, used to describe God as the helper of His people. So, kaya hindi natin pwedeng ismunin, porque ang mga babae or si Eva ay tinawag na helper suitable for you. Sapagkat in Old Testament, yung salitang Ezer ay nagde-describe yun sa Diyos. Hindi natin pwedeng sabihin ang Diyos din ay inferior because the same word was used to describe God. No? So God as the helper of His people. For example, in Psalms chapter 33 verse 20, ganito ginamit yung salitang ito. Our soul waits for the Lord. He is our Ezer. He is our help, our shield. So, God being Israel's helper obviously does not mean God is inferior to Israel. So, in the same way, hindi rin ginawa ang babae para maging inferior sa lalaki. Because, yun nga ang ating pinaliwanag. They are both Ezer, a helper. Eva is created to become Ezer to Adan. Yan po yung malino. So therefore, helper doesn't mean servant or inferior person. Now, what does it mean? What does fit for him mean? So corresponding him, yun po ang ibig sabihin. So the woman is described as a helper who is fit for him or corresponding him. So, yun lang naman kasimple mga kapatid. Dahil wala namang anong klaseng hayop ang magpo-correspond kay Adan. No, walang mag-fit para kay Adan na anumang klaseng hayop, kundi yung babae lamang na ginawa ng Diyos. Yun naman po ang ibig sabihin yan. So, woman is described as a helper who is fit for him or corresponding to him. Adam needs someone who corresponds to him as a human being. Nakaparehas niya rin tao. No? The animals cannot fulfill this need. Yung kanyang pag-iisa, hindi kayang tugunan ng mga hayop, no? Kundi ng babae. That is why Adam says, this is at last my bone of my bones, my flesh of my flesh. Ito ay dugo ng aking, ay buto ng aking buto, laman ng aking laman. So Adam recognizes that Eve is his corresponding partner. Sa madaling salita, ito yung perfect match para sa kanya. Yun lamang po yung sabihin ng fit for him. So, Adam and Eve were designed for unity. Sabi dito sa Genesis chapter 2 verse 24, therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. Sa Tagalog po, kaya iiwan ng lalaki ang kanyang ama at ang kanyang ina, at makikipisan sa kanyang asawa, at sila'y magiging isang laman. Ito yung madalas pong binabasa sa mga kasal. No, na iiwan ng lalaki ang kanyang amatina, kanyang magulang, makikipisan siya sa kanyang asawa at sila'y magiging isang laman. So, yun ang kagustuhan ng Diyos sa mag-asawa. They were designed for unity, na magkaisa. So, notice that the marriage create one flesh. Yan po yung nangyari, yan po yung sinabi ng Diyos bago pa man sila, bago mangyari yung kasalanan ng tao. So, hindi sinabi ng Diyos na one is superior person than the other, or the other person is inferior. But two persons become one marital. man or union, na sila'y magkaisa, sila'y maging isang laman.